Hello, Tiffany here with Cards Crafty Creations. Today's project is for Crafty Stamp Co. and this is for their Crafty Crew Kit July 2026 release. So the kit comes with 2 stamp sets, and one is the 6x6 Wings and Wishes stamp set, the Flutterbys and Blooms did I say 6x6? They're 4x6 stamp sets. And a 6x6 Daisy stencil, as well as 6x6 rainbow butterflies and alcohol ink pattern paper. I've been really enjoying this kit. I love all of the colorfulness of the pattern paper and the versatility in that pattern paper that you can translate into the stamped images, as well as the stencil that coordinates. There is also So the kit is for non-subscribers. It's gonna be $48.02 plus shipping, and for subscribers it's gonna be $42.36 plus shipping. But if you are a bi-monthly subscriber, you will get also some handmade flowers, which you will see me use in another video, but they will come with the kit if you are a subscriber. The kit is actually on pre-order right now between January 1st and 15th, and then it will start shipping out on July 5th. There's some more info in the description below of what is actually included, as well as the Ziploc mesh bag that it all comes in, and a 6x6 storage sleeve to store your paper. So in this project today, and the die that you see, the butterfly die, that is actually an add-on to the kit. So you can get it added on to the kit and it will ship with the kit. So you'll see me using that later on in the video. So what I did, this project is actually going to be kind of old school, I would say. I kind of tapped into this project life idea, and I got a page that has they are 3x4s, 2x3s, journaling cards, and one's a 6x4. So, you know, these journaling tags, they're kind of old, but like I said, sorry, I moved my mic so it squeaked. Like I said, everything I have in my stash I have had forever. And so this is something I thought would be really fun. So I pulled a couple of those journaling cards out of my long lost stash of journaling cards and tried to think of how I could use them with this stamp set. So the one that's the 4x6 that has a foiled gold trim, it was just a plain white journaling tag, and I used the stencil to stencil the flowers on, and then I did pink centers, and then I actually ran it through my die cut machine so that it then embossed the stencil onto the card, so it does have texture and dimension. And I think most die cut machines now come with like a embossing mat. Mine's old, so I had to buy one, but it's like a rubbery mat that you can emboss stencils using. So that's what I did with that. And then I went and got my abundance of rhinestones and did rhinestone centers for most all the flowers, not all the flowers. And that way I could, my inking I wasn't that thrilled with my inking, so that's kind of why I tried to cover it up with the rhinestones. And sometimes that's just how it works when you're creating. It doesn't quite come out how you envisioned it, so you got to see what you can do to make it work. And that's what I did. This journaling tag, like I said, is just for my stash. So I took the stamp set and I stamped a sentiment onto it with the flowers, and then I'm just going to mat it onto one of the pattern papers that come in the kit. I really enjoy these pattern papers. They are so vibrant, and you can see, like, you can pick kind of like the color tone you want. Like this one's the purple, blue, and yellow. The other half of it is the yellow, orange, and pink. So that's how I kind of decided what color I wanted to use for that. And then I'm just going to round the edge and adhere this on, and that's going to be the other part of my project. So I bought a pack of at Hobby Lobby. They're just like a pack you put in an album, and they have various sizes of, so I think it's a 6x8 plastic like protective sleeve, but it comes with different configurations of how the sleeve is orientated. So the one I'm using has the 4x6 panel on the bottom, and then the top of the page has these 2x3s. It's all kind of based on the Project Life idea from a long time ago, but I thought it would be really fun because you can utilize the different sizes to, you know, expand or focus in on what you're doing in the project. So like the 4x6 here, I really focused on using the stencil and the color blending and stuff, where these smaller tags I'm going to do more stamping and just a little bit more concentrated art on it, if that makes any sense. But for the one I'm going to start working on, it is also a 2x3. I think it's 2x3, but it'll tell you on the package if you do want to do something like this. But I'm going to cut this out, and then I am going to take that add-on butterfly die set, which I did not split apart. I left it all together how it comes from the manufacturer, and I'm going to die cut out these butterflies out of the tag. So you see how I have the negative and the positive, and I won't lie, I had a vision for this and it didn't come out how I envisioned it, and I think it's because I didn't save all the little pieces and put them back in their place. That's how I think it should have worked, to where I put it on this gold foiled cardstock, but what I had wanted was for the butterflies to be the gold cardstock, not the negative space. I'm not sure if I'm getting that correct, but so what it would have required me to do was keep all of the insides of the die and then adhere those onto the foil. And I realized this when I'm putting this butterfly on. But in the end, I still did make it work. And what I decided to do was I actually ended up just gluing down the, I think it's the thorax, which is the body of the butterfly. And then I left the wings free. Now you don't see that in the one I just did, because I make that decision right now. So I go back later and try and pull those butterfly wings off that I just glued on. It didn't work out all that well, so I kind of just let it be. But that's what I did here. So I decided I'm going to adhere that down, and then I'm going to just kind of toggle, like pop the wings a little bit. Does this matter when you put it in the sleeve? Not really. But I do like it still being loose, because depending on how you look at this, the angle of it, you will be able to tell that it is not adhered down. Now I do understand that this butterfly is upside down, because that's how the dies are come together. It does not bother me, because I will be adhering some other things to this tag later on in the video. So there's me trying to pull it off of what I had just glued down. Then I trim off the excess, and that's going to kind of finish up this tag for the moment. I do some faux stitching lines on a lot of these, just because I think it adds a good finish to it, but I don't record that because that's just very time consuming. So but I do like to do that because it just gives things a little bit more of a finished look and adds a little more detail. So here is the stamp sets. I actually took stuff from both stamp sets, so the Wings and Wishes 4x6 and the Flutterbys and Blooms 4x6 stamp set. I colored them in Copic markers, and I just used the color inspiration from the pattern paper. But they're really versatile. You could color them in whatever color palette you choose, but I really like the way that these came out in the colors that I had picked. I added my typical fine line details as well as my white gel pen details that I typically do add to all of my artwork. So I'm just deciding, because I'm going to do both. I'm going to adhere things to the actual card themselves, and then I'm actually going to adhere to the protective sleeve. That way you're bringing some dimension. You have dimension on the card, but you also have dimension outside of it. So I thought that would just be kind of fun to do. So I'm just kind of trying to decide where I'm going to put everything, and I do pop a lot of it up just to give it the dimension. For her, she's going to be on top of some of those rhinestones, so I needed to build up some different areas for her, and that's pretty much why I was doing that. I think she came out really pretty. I have colored her many different ways, and I like the color scheme that they did on the sample. One of the other things that you'll get in the kit are they're these color recipe cards. They are going to be included in the kit, and the recipe card actually tells you what Copic marker combination was used to come up with the color scheme in the sample in their how they designed it. Now, that's not something you have to do, but if you ever wanted to know what color they used on their stuff, they're now giving those color recipe cards. And I think it would be a great thing to keep outside of the kit, like after you're done with the kit, and start like filing them like in a box or something, especially if you're a bi-monthly subscriber, because you can use those color combinations on anything else. It doesn't have to just be, you could like that color combination and now you have the recipe for it, and you can use it on a different Crafty Stamp Co stamp set. So to finish these up, I did get out my big box of rhinestones. I really like these rhinestones. A friend gave them to me. They're just so sparkly. I really like using them, and so I'm going to put them on the bodies of the butterflies, and then I'm just going to kind of put them in random places throughout the project. And as you saw, actually I haven't done it yet, those two butterflies to the side and the sentiment I will be adding to the outside of the protective sleeve. So after I get those all adhered on, and I just use tacky glue, that's like my go-to glue. I do have like the Nouveau precision glue one, but I usually use the tacky glue because that's what's always there for me. So I'm just going to put these in, and then I'm going to figure out where I want to place those other butterflies. So like I said, the kit is for pre-order right now, and I hope that you would go over to Crafty Stamp Co.'s website and check out all of their fun stamp sets. They have a lot of beautiful paper, a lot of versatile patterns and colors, as well as a lot of stamp sets, all different types of stamp sets. So head on over there and that's where you will be able to purchase your Crafty Crew Kit as well. Usually these are exclusive for right now, so they may or may not ever come back into production, so it's always best to get it while it is here. Like I said, June 1st through 15th, and then they will ship out on July 5th. So you will have a little bit of time before you get it, but there is a lot of design team members creating projects with this kit to get you inspired and to give you good and great ideas of how to use the kit. So I hope you will check it out. Head on over to Crafty Stamp Co's YouTube channel. Check out their videos. They, the owners, they post videos, as well as several design team members. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this project, and I hope that you enjoy it. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!